Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 41. First missing positive. So this is very simple. Uh, so let's see first what the question states. Right. So we are given an unsorted this one array of integers. You can clearly see here array is unsorted. Here in this case, yeah, the array, the nums array is unsorted here. Right. So we have been given an unsorted array of integers nums. We have to find the smallest positive integer. Here in this case, we have to find the smallest positive integer, right? So that is greater than 0, quite obviously that is greater than 0, that is missing from the array, right? So we have to, again I'm telling, we have to find the smallest positive integer that is greater than 0, that is missing from the array. See here, in this case we have 1 2 0, we already have the smallest positive integer here 1, 2 also we have here, 0 we have 0 1 2 we have, so the smallest positive integer next to this one is 3. So the numbers in the range 1 to 2 and all are in the array, so we need to return 3 here in this case. So let's come to the second example here. Mm, so before coming to the second example, the question, let me read the question completely. We must implement this one in big of n time solution, and as per the this one question, we have to make use of the for to implement this one in the big of n time. It's better to go with the hash set or the hash map. So just remember one thing here. So just give me a second here. Sorry. Mm, just give me a second. 1 second. So yeah, we will be going with a hash map. So yeah, we'll be going with a hash set or hash map. We can just go with the hash map or hash set, right? So we'll be making use of the hash map. So just remember this one, right? So we'll be going with the hashing basically. Just remember this one, right? So let's go with the second example here. So we have 3, 4, this one, minus 1 and 1, right? So negative, this is fine. One negative integer we have, this is fine. So the least positive integer will be after 0 will be 1. So 1 we have already, 1 is present in the array. We will check for 2. So 2 is not present in the array. In this case, we have to return 2. Right. So I hope this is clear. Next, let's come to the example 3 here. We have 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So we will check whether the least positive integer 1 is present in the array or not first. So here in this case 1 itself is not present, we will return 1, right? So the smallest positive integer 1 is missing, so we will return it. So in this case for the first one we have 3, for the second one we have 2, and for the third one we have 1. I hope the question part is completely clear, right? They have given us wonderful examples just for the sake of understanding, right? So I hope the first part is completely clear, right? Now as we are completely good with the question, I hope the question part is completely clear. So next let's do one thing, let's discuss the approach followed by the complexities, and then let's write the code, right? So here in this case we have, let's do one thing, let's consider the first example, right? Let's consider the first example itself. So here what we'll do, as I've said, we'll be going with the hash set. Sorry, did I say hash map during the question? So we'll be making use of the hash set, not the hash map. Sorry. So yeah, we will be going with a hash set to store all the numbers in the array. So in the hash set, accordingly with this one, we have 0, 1 and 2, right? 0, 1 and 2. First step, this one. This is fine. This is fair. Next, what we'll do, we'll check for the first missing positive from 1. So here in this case, we have 0, we have 1, we have 0, we have 2. So the next least positive number will be quite obviously 3, right? So here, is 1 in the set? First we will check, yes, 1 is present in the set. Then we will check for 2, if 2 is present in the set, yes, it is present in the set. This is fine, this is fine. And then we will check for 3. So 3, is 3 present in the set? No, we have only 0, 1, 2. Least positive integer they have given in the question 1, right? So 0, we'll just ignore this one. 0 is fine, negative number is also fine, we'll check for this, but the least positive integer is 1. We'll check for 1 and 2 in the set. So 1 and 2 is present, so 3 is not present. As 3 is not present, we will return 3. So the answer is 3 here, the first positive integer not present in the hash set. So this is what the approach, this is the approach that we'll be basically going with. So the exact thing whatever I said, now we have to articulate the same thing in the form of code, right? So before writing the code, let's discuss the complexities for the code that we'll be writing, right? So let me delete this one, just give me a second here. So yeah, one thing, the time complexity would be big of n and the space complexity would be big of n as well. So why here the time complexity is big of n? Because we are traversing the array exactly once, right? Why? Because we have to insert the numbers into the set, right? So that is the reason we are traversing through the array exactly once, right? And we are traversing the array once to insert into the set and once to find the missing number as well, right? So this is fine. So overall time complexity would be quite obviously big of n. So what would be the space complexity? As we are making use of the hash set, the space complexity would be big of n as well, right? You would have already guessed this one because we will be making use of the extra space for the hash set. In the worst case, we have to check for all the numbers, right? So here in this question, we will be checking for all the numbers, right? This is fine. In the worst case, I'm speaking of. So overall time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we'll be writing will be big of n in this case. So let's write the code quickly. First, as we had discussed in the approach, first step, so we will let's create the hash set. We have to store all the elements from the array, right? So for that reason, let's create the hash set. So this one will be hash set. So within the what do you call this one? Angle brackets, this will be integer variable set, this will be equals to new hash set. This is fine. So next step, let's move on with the next step here. Step 2, we will add only positive numbers to the set. So we have to add only positive numbers. Let's ignore 0 and the negative part, right? If it is present, it's fine, right? So let's add only positive numbers to the set. Here this will be for int num of nums. This is fine. So here if, let's write the simple if condition here. If num is greater than 0, so the least positive number we are considering is 1 accordingly with the question. They have mentioned that the least positive number is 1, right? So here if number is greater than 0, then we have to add that num. We have the add property that the set provides. Let's make use of it, right? Set dot add of num. This is fine. Let me come out of this one entirely for loop. So let's move on with the third step or the final step. If you remember, we need to check from 1 to last one, nothing but the last index, nothing but length of the nums plus 1. So we are considering all the worst case this one scenarios, nothing but 1 to n, whether this is present or not, right? So let's do one thing, let's check from 1 to nums dot length plus 1. Here in this case, let's write the simple for loop. This will be for int I equals 1, I less than or equal to length of the nums plus 1. The final part here is I plus plus. This is fair. So let's write the simple if condition within the for loop. This is nothing but set dot contains of I, and within this if condition we will return I. This is fine. So here the first positive number is not found in the set. This one I'm speaking of. First positive number, if it is not found in the set, we'll just return I, right? This is fine. So here the last one is we have to return -1 now, or we can just ignore this one, or let's do one thing, let's return -1 here. The number is if you cannot return any number, right, in that case. So this is it for the code. Let me format this one once and let me hit the run button. I hope this works. Let's see. So here what happened, let me enlarge this one. Yeah, here you can clearly see the sample test cases are getting passed. So let me hit the submit button quickly. So I hope this works, man. Let's see. So yeah, you can clearly see here all the test cases are getting passed, means the code works absolutely correct, right? So in this case, so I hope the solution part is completely clear along with the approach and the complexities, right? So this is it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.